Hello guys, welcome back to the next module. Okay, so we were looking, in this chapter we will be exploring the relationship between mindful eating, nutrition and emotional eating. So by understanding what these connections are, you can then start to develop a more comprehensive approach to overcoming emotional eating. Hope you appreciate my presentation skills here. Okay, so yeah, if emotional eating is uncontrolled, this then leads to uncontrolled or unhealthy even behaviour. Then mindful eating is a disciplined. Mindful eating is a disciplined approach, and it helps you become cautious of, more aware even of what you're eating, and you start to respect your own body's needs. And mindful eating is a practice. It's a practice where we start to think about the taste, texture, aroma, and also having a self-awareness of our actual hunger cues and our fullness cues as well. That's important. So mindful eating does encourage you to slow down. Just slow down and savour your meals, and this leads to healthier food choices, and it starts to give you this deeper appreciation for the nourishment your body receives through the food choices. Okay, so mindful eating can help you overcome emotional eating in several ways. This is one of the strategies we will be putting into place. Increased awareness. By practicing the mindful eating, you become more aware of your emotional triggers, and this can then help you recognise when you're eating for emotional reasons rather than physical hunger. Let's move on. And as you know, I'm a dad, and you'll probably hear the little man crying a little bit in the background, so please bear with me. And just adapting better coping mechanisms. Mindful eating teaches you to acknowledge and accept your emotions, allows you to develop this healthier coping strategy for dealing with them, rather than turning to food for comfort. Improves self-control by paying attention to your hunger and fullness cues. This is really important. Mindful eating helps you develop this better self-control around food, reducing the likelihood of overeating or even binge eating. And proper nutrition plays a crucial role in overcoming emotional eating, as well as a well-balanced diet. It can help you regulate your mood. It can also help stabilise blood sugar levels and support overall physical and mental health, and all ties in together. You start sleeping better, you start feeling better, energy starts to, you start getting a boost in energy. And, additionally, consuming nutrient-dense foods, this can help you feel more satisfied, and this again leads to less cravings, especially for comfort foods. So to effectively address this comfort eating and emotional eating, I should say, it's essential to integrate both mindful eating practices and a balanced nutrition plan. Now obviously I'll be putting your nutrition plan together for you, but I need you to keep the habitual training going there, and one of your habitual tasks will be mindful eating. So a bit covered there. Take some notes. Just make sure when you're going through these, take notes. Just take your time, rewind back how many times you want. All I want you to do here is build your knowledge on what emotional eating is and apply strategies together. So in the following chapters, we'll be going over strategies and techniques for overcoming emotional eating, incorporating mindful eating practices into your daily life, and creating a balanced nutrition plan. Okay, so we're going to dive into the art and science of mindful eating. So, have you ever, for example, savoured a meal, just enjoying the flavour, the feeling and the texture of each bite during the meal, and just acknowledging the vitamins and minerals and nourishment that's providing your body, and feeling this sense of gratitude? Have you ever done that before? If yes, you've experienced mindful eating. So, mindful eating is all about engaging your senses and being completely present during the act of eating. It then allows you to start to appreciate your food and promotes a healthier, more cautious relationship with it. And yeah, it goes beyond just whilst you are eating. It also involves you making conscious food choices. Being aware of physical hunger, satiety cues, and learning to differentiate between emotional and physical hunger. And it's all about this connection between the mind, body, and food, and this connection can profoundly have an influence on your overall health and well-being. Just going to adapt this a little bit. Yep, it's not just a diet, it is a lifestyle. I'm sure you've heard this before. So let's dive into it a little bit more. So we're going to be moving on to exploring the benefits of mindful eating. Okay, let's skip this on a little bit. So yeah, there's numerous benefits. And as we go through this journey of mindful eating, we need to think about what the benefits are. The most apparent benefit would be its potential for weight management. This helps encourage a more deliberate approach to food choices and less high sugar, high fat foods, and it can help eliminate mindless snacking and binge eating. This more structured approach to your food choices, it leads to a more balanced consumption of vitamins and minerals, and having a bit of accountability from myself and knowledge there helps you stick within your recommended macronutrients and calories. And yeah, big thing here is it's going to be helping your digestion by eating better foods, ensuring you're getting the right fibre content there. And the thing is, with mindful eating, you're actually improving the digestion, because I'll not go into this too much. If you want more information on it, that's absolutely fine, just let me know. But your digestion actually starts with you looking at the food. You'll notice that your mouth starts watering. There's a reason for that. So the saliva helps lubricate the food that you're eating. Obviously you've got teeth in your mouth, so they are used to break down the food, and you'll probably not even notice it, but your tongue actually turns the food in your mouth into a ball, and the saliva covers the ball, or in scientific terms it's called a bolus, and because it's lubricated and ready, then you swallow the food and it goes into the stomach, and that starts the digestion process. But because you've actually took your time eating your food, it's properly prepared for digestion, so you're going to actually get better consumption of vitamins and minerals, and improves digestion overall. So went off on a bit of a tangent there, and yeah, obviously this increases in enjoyment and satisfaction from the meals, just knowing that you've prepared the food as it should be, ready for proper digestion. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, there's lots of other benefits. For example, enhanced mental well-being, and by nurturing a more healthy and respectful relationship with food, it can start to help alleviate stress and anxiety relating to eating itself and leading to a more positive self-image. Moreover, mindful eating itself can play a significant role in managing chronic illnesses such as diabetes, heart diseases, by encouraging this healthier food choice and portion. Also look at portion sizes, which again I'll be helping you with. And you're not stuck in this bit of a diet merry-go-round where you're always chasing for the next weight loss fad, only to find yourself where you started or even worse. And instead, mindful eating is it's like having a friendly chat with your body, letting it know what you're doing. You listen to what your body needs when it's actually hungry, rather than just eating because the clock says it's lunchtime. That's another thing as well, where when we think about lunchtime, we think about, maybe like 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and we need to start thinking about our hunger cues instead of patterns and habits. Just going to move this down a little bit. And you get to make the food choices that's good for you. No guilt trips, no food off limits. And that's the best part when we're talking about mindful eating. Just going to skip this on a little bit. And like the best part of mindful eating is that you can actually start to eat healthier and manage your weight without all this drama. So you can start to finally feel good about food again. None of this, certain foods are bad for you. I'm not going to name certain certain diet types because it's not fair, but there's certain diets that label food bad, but overall, if we've got control over diet, we can make things sustainable in the long term. And so we can start to say, finally say goodbye to emotional eating, start saying hello to feeling good about food again.